everything. So we'll say Easter eggs included with the map right now. What we're doing. Map layout, we'll just say guns too. I mean, we might as well just say everything with the map.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense.
As a whole,
yeah, might
we
as
got
well.
this.
I hope we got this. I mean, shit, we technically, I mean, we played it enough. I mean, I guess you could say the ones we haven't really played are the non-trailer ones.
Yeah.
And even I played those, you just haven't really played them.
Yeah. I just did the multiplayer.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and start. I'll go ahead and we'll start with Knocked. I mean, if you want to do this how we can do it, I'll give my opinion first, then you can give yours, and we can kind of go back and forth to figure out what tier is best for it. If that's how you want to do it.
Either we could do it that way, or just kind of discuss off of yours, and I'll give my rebuttal.
So you basically just want me to replace it where I want it, and then you can just give your 2 cents.
Yeah, that's fine. This is technically your list here.
I mean, yeah, but alright, fuck it. Just alright.
Your list. I'm just gonna give my opinions, and then we'll both discuss off of that.
Alright, sounds good to me. Alright, I'll go ahead and get my 2 cents in with this. Is that basically I already know where I'm gonna put all the World War maps, just because they're all kind of the same, just map layout.
Yeah.
Knocked, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in OK. And the reason why I'm putting OK is because it's the first map ever made. I mean, it can't get much worse, or it could get a lot.
It's very simple.
Yeah, it's just for what it is.
But it was their first map.
Yeah, so it's like you kind of had to give it slack. If I were just to go by a statistic, I would put it in bad maps. I wouldn't put it in awful. I'd put it in bad. But I'm putting it in OK just because it's the first map and because it's the first game. I would put it in OK.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Mainly off of, I mean, I personally enjoyed the map just because it is a small map and it's very chaotic, and that's not exactly what you look for in a zombies, but it is what you look for in a zombies game mode, especially. But yeah, I can agree with the OK tier.
See, some people don't agree with that.
I definitely do, because it is small enough to where it's hectic as it is, which, I mean, makes it as enjoyable as a big map, but no like Easter egg.
I mean, yeah, you can't say much. I mean, the nice thing about it is that it is small, so it's a nice map to go on, especially when you want to learn how to train.
Oh yeah.
The box doesn't move, so that was always a plus. Downfall is obviously it's a small map too, and there's no perks.
I played the Black Ops 3 version a lot rather than the original, so that's where I'm getting my good map.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's probably what I'll say too. I will go ahead and add that in this. We're including all these as just the one map as its base map, but with it said, as the Chronicles versions, we will use the Chronicles versions too to help. Like, that's why I put it in OK as well, because it actually is a OK map, especially on Black Ops 3, because of the perks, because of the weapons, because of the gobblegums. It makes it more replayable. But I'm not gonna just because it's in Chronicles, I'm not gonna put it in a good map because it's Chronicles makes it good.
Yeah, remastered made it better.
Yeah, it's got to stay in the same bracket, I guess. That makes any sense, but it helps.
Same year being made.
Yeah, like, I mean, it is what it is. It helps that it has a remaster, but it's not going to help it to the point where it's going to completely alter my thoughts on the map itself.
Yeah.
Next is Verrucht, which I think it's actually technically worse than Knocked. But it's still in C tier. The reason why I don't like it as much as Knocked is because I don't know how to explain it. It's like the map is just, especially on World at War. On World at War, the map is so broken. No, the reason why Verrucht is so, it's just worse for me, Knocked, is because I don't really like the layout of Verrucht either. Although I do like the beginning where the spawns are different, where you are separated.
With different people.
Yeah. That is cool. It's not like I'm putting it lower than Knocked, really, because it's still in the same tier. It is nice that it has perks. It also, what else did it introduced perks? It introduced
just added to the lore.
Yeah, I mean, basically it added perks. No, I'm not gonna say it's worse than Knocked by a lot. It's just if I would have played Knocked than Verrucht. Yeah. That's just what I mean. I don't know, what do you think? I mean, I know I kind of talked over you with that.
Oh no, I agree with all your points there. Not much else to speak on that. I mean, yeah, it was a good map. I did like the different spawns.
Yeah, the different spawns is definitely pretty unique. I can't remember. I don't think they did it with Dead of the Night. That was the only other map that did that. That's all in Black Ops 4, so I mean, they haven't done that really since then. So it's pretty still unique. But alright, Shinonuma. I'll put it.
I did like that map a lot.
I would personally put it as above Nocta and Vrook. The map itself, I don't like the parts of the water where it slows you down and shit. Obviously, that's annoying. But I do like the actual feel of the map. It's very like Vrook. The one thing I did like about Vrook is that it's scary. The atmosphere is very scary in that map, but so is Shinonuma. It added the Wonder Wolf, added Hellhounds, added the characters we all know and love, the lore. I mean, it added everything. It didn't really take away. So I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say about that, but it is better in my opinion. It's a lot better. I don't know about you.
Yeah, the one thing I never understood was, well, I don't know if it was what the hell was it, the zip line?
Yeah,
I playing that for the first time. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Because I never understood it.
Yeah, it makes zero sense as to why it's there.
Never understood how to like get on it. I always saw it, but I never realized you had to go up top and then go out the door. Yeah,
it's like it's a zip line to go from the hut to whatever, I forget whatever side that was. It's like 100 feet. Like it's not even worth it. It makes no sense to do it. But it's there. It's cool though. I'm trying to think if there's any other map that has a useless zip line.
Not that I know of.
I think that's the only one. Like that one's just actually useless. But no, I like it. But this is where it's gonna get different for what we're maps. I'm gonna put Therese at A tier. Obviously it's a great map. I mean, I won't put an S because that's like too high, I feel like, for that map. Added Pack-a-Punch, added more lore. I mean, really, the fact that it added Pack-a-Punch means...
Yeah, Pack-a-Punch kind of went all the way there.
Yeah, like that just right there in itself. Obviously the map layout too is really good. Like it's just the 3 lanes and but it matches perfectly. Like there's really no
flows together well.
Yeah, like it's seamless. Honestly, it's really good. It also added Carpenter. That was the first Easter egg too, I believe. It had the hide and seek Easter egg for Samantha.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the first Easter egg they added. So I don't think Shinonuma had one. Next is obviously everybody's freaking favorite dude, Kino de Toten.
I mean, I don't want to put that out there for S tier, but it's definitely a really good contender just because, you know, that is the original Black Ops.
Yeah, like I want to say, so I would put it in A behind Dries just because, I mean, you could put it either way. I put it behind Dries just because I don't know. I mean, I enjoy playing Kino just as much as I play playing Dries, but in terms of like innovation, it's just the same map, just a different layout. They did add the Thunder Gun, which is Chef Kiss, but that's basically it because the Pack-a-Punch is basically the same way to get Pack-a-Punch. You teleport to get it. I mean, you don't teleport in Dries, but you had to activate teleporters to get to Pack-a-Punch, so it's relatively the same. The map layout is basically the same. It's just 3 lanes, and I mean, the setting though, the theater obviously is freaking amazing. I'm not knocking Kino. It's still an A tier, obviously.
Yeah.
It's probably like the same as Turi's or slightly below it for me. But a lot of people will put it in S tier because it's the first map they've ever played. So, which I actually understand that because like Noct was my first map I ever played, so I could be a little biased to that maybe. That map scared the shit out of me when they fucking barked like dogs and shit. Yeah, that scared the absolute shit out of me when I was like 5. So. But I don't know. What do you feel about Kino? I mean, you might rank it higher than what I have it. Which...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was a really good contender for S.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and then they had introduced the turrets.
Yep,
to the different areas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And the fire trap. They also added that in there.
Yep. But yeah, the soundtrack on that one was really good as well.
Oh yeah. Easter egg song. That's probably the best Easter egg song.
Yeah, like the traps, and then just the environment of the map was actually really good for what it was.
Freaking swastikas everywhere.
I
can't
have that anymore.
I can agree. I know you definitely can't. I mean, I'll leave it at you could interchange Kino for me. Like you could put it. I think it still needs to be an A tier, but you can change it through A tier. Like it could be better some days in Dries. It could be worse. So that one is not necessarily like stuck there, but it can be moved around a little bit. But next is 5. This one's hard because I hated 5 at first because it was so hard. And when Black Ops 1 came out, I was probably 7, fucking youngin.
Yep.
I could not play 5. It was too hard, so I've always played Kino. So looking back at it in that aspect, I would put 5 really low. But looking at it now as a dedicated zombies YouTuber, I don't know where to put it. I honestly
pick one.
I probably put it in okay, but I feel like that's too low. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in okay, but I'm gonna put it above Shinonuma. I don't know, dude. I kind of feel like I'm doing a disservice now to Shino. Oh my god, what do I do? I'm putting it below Shino. Fuck, dude, that's hard. I don't know if I love the characters, obviously, like fucking JFK. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that was my big thing when I first played it. Was Kennedy.
Oh yeah, you had to restart every single time until you got him. So, but the only thing I don't like about the map is that the layout's kind of ass, except for the war room. The war room's nice, but everything else, like the labs and the spawn room's kind of shit.
Yeah, I never really minded the layout. The elevator was
was nice to have. It was unique different. At the time for sure.
Yeah.
The Pack-a-Punch room was cool. How you got Pack-Punch was pretty cool. The Pentagon Thief was really cool too. Okay, I might put it above Shino now. I don't know, dude. But the wonder weapon really sucks. That's the only issue. The high rounds are virtually impossible in 5. I mean, you can probably get close to 100, or like I can't remember the exact. It's hard for high rounds. It's okay. It's okay. I'll leave it at okay.
I can't think of the name of it. Black Ops 4's. Yeah.
That is considered its own map. Okay. It is on here, but we'll get to that one eventually. 5 is okay. We'll leave it there. Honestly, people can argue with me that it's better, and I can probably agree with them. But just with how I feel right now out of making this, in my personal opinion, it's okay. But that could change if I played it again. It could. I haven't played it in a while. Next is Ascension. Fuck. Do I go biased and...
I mean, you can. This is your review.
I'm really fucking biased to this map because I fucking love this map. I'm putting it in A. I'm putting it in A. I personally love Ascension because of the black and white in the beginning. I think the map layout's really cool. The space monkeys are really unique. It added PhD and stamina. It also brought back the Thunder Gun. It introduced Gersh devices and Matryoshka dolls. The first Easter egg ever, like main quest Easter egg.
Right.
I mean,
into the storyline.
Yeah. So I mean, like, honestly, it's an A. It's an A tier. It's gotta be an A tier. I mean, I don't know. It introduced the sickle. The Easter egg song for this is actually really fire too. I love this map personally, but I don't know how you feel. Actually, I don't know how you feel about this map at all.
Well, the only thing that I didn't like was the monkeys, of course, just because, you know, it sucks having to run after them and chase your perks.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, yeah, it was a really good map, especially the starting room. Starting room was probably when we did that the most fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Next is Call of the Dead. I'm gonna be biased as fuck with this map too, and I'm also put it in A. I mean, I would put it in S tier. I really would put it in S tier. Like, I swear to God, I would put it in S tier right now. But the only thing that's holding this fucking map back is its weapons, and it has no traps on it. So high rounds are impossible. I don't even know if anybody's gotten around 100 yet on this map. I don't think anybody has that I know of. Just because the scavenger drops off like round 40. And stops doing shit. So I mean, there's not really a whole lot I can say. I'm a huge fucking horror movie fan, so the fact that you can play with George A. Romero too is freaking awesome. I don't like the fog, obviously, but no, Call of Dead, I fucking love Call of Dead. I like the characters. I love the whole map itself. The Easter egg is actually really pretty simple but very rewarding. It's just fucking good. I love George. Trying to think if there's anything negative I can really say besides, like, I mean, the fog is pretty negative. The water, like the cold water, slows you down. That's pretty hard to get to or get through. And then Jug, I'm pretty sure Jug is that's like the hardest map to get Jug on because it's so far away. You need to buy so many doors. That's the only issues I think I can have with the map. And then obviously no traps and weapons. I mean, that's how I feel.
The wonder weapon for that one was goofy.
Yeah, because it had the VR11 and the scavenger.
Of course,
yeah, that gun. Oh, you have one of the best wonder weapons and you have one of the worst wonder weapons. But yeah, A tier for Call of the Dead. I don't know, but would you put that in A tier?
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with all your points. The best thing for me for that map was the opening cutscene. I always watched it.
Oh yeah, but next, oh my god, it's Shangri-La, dude. This is where it might get a little controversial. I'm gonna put it in a bad map. I hate doing that. It kind of made my heart drop when I just did it. But the only thing I like about this map is the baby gun and the Easter egg. But even though I don't like doing the Easter egg, I just like the lore of the Easter egg. That's it. I don't like anything else in this map. I won't put it in awful just because I have respect for this map because it is a hard map. But I do not like playing it. Yeah. I hate the map layout. I like the setting of the map, but holy shit, dude, this map is hard as fuck. The fucking Shrieker zombie, the Napalm zombie, the little fucking monkeys, dude, that always come up and try to steal your power-ups and shit, and they also steal money from you. Like, fuck them. I mean, you could abuse them and get free perks out of them sometimes, but you gotta be good. And I suck at video games, so I can't do that. I mean, if you put Shangri-La higher, I can understand that. Me personally.
I mean, I guess I would put it as okay.
Yeah, and I can respect that. I'd rather play 5 than Shangri-La though. I'd rather play all those maps than Shangri-La. That's just me personally.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would be okay if it was in C tier, but I feel like I need to put it in D. These nuts. This one's kind of hard too. Moon is pretty hard. I'll let you. I kind of already know how you feel about this map. I'll let you tell me where to put this and see if I agree with you, because we played this a lot with each other.
Yeah.
Especially the Zombies Chronicle.
Well, just because of the Chronicles version, it does kind of, but I won't go off of that. So the original, I mean, was still enjoyable regardless.
I mean, you can use the Chronicles one to kind of persuade you a little bit, but don't like let it go completely cloud your judgment. Yeah,
and I mean, I would put it in B tier.
It's a good map.
Yeah.
Yep, I was gonna do the same thing. Yeah, I think it's a good map. The Easter egg is freaking awesome. I love the Easter egg.
Yeah.
Like I can sit there and do the Easter egg
every time.
every time. Yeah, you play that map, you can just do the Easter egg. Like, I love that map for the Easter egg. I don't like the map, like the anti-gravity and shit. But I mean, obviously you're on the moon, so it's like you're kind of
cool aspect.
Yeah, like I'm not saying it's
not gonna knock it.
Yeah, it's hard to play with sometimes. The fucking wave gun, top 3 best one weapons of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree.
The astronaut, he's an asshole, but he is, he does his job. I mean, you kind of had to have that for a boss. Fuck this, dude. Transit. I'm putting in awful fucking maps, dude. The only way I would play this map is just to know the fact that I could just fuck around on it. That's it. Yeah. You're not playing this fucking map anymore unless you either.
It's kind of one of those background gameplay videos.
Yeah, like it's like that, or it's like you had to have content, so it's like let's just use this map for just like filler or something. Like it's never. Nobody ever gets on and like I'm gonna play Transit right now. Like, if that's the case, you're a psychopath. I don't have any friends like that. If you were my friend, I wouldn't be friends with you anymore. I'm just fucking with you, but no. I mean,
controversial.
No, honestly, there is some times where Transit is fun.
Of course. Still a zombies map at the end of the day.
Yeah, so I mean, you will have your moments on that, but name one good thing about this map.
There's a bus.
Yeah, there's a bus.
It takes you places.
I'm actually trying to think if there's actually a good thing. I mean, town came from it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's cool.
Good difficulty level. For what it is, I guess.
I mean, I could be spacing, and there probably is something cool that I'm just like not thinking about. I mean, it's cool they added Noct into it. I mean, that's pretty cool, but like that doesn't help the gameplay. I really don't know. I'm trying to be nice too. I don't know. Fuck that map. Bus Depot, which is the survival part of it.
Yeah.
That's also pretty shit. I'm gonna put it in awful. But I'm gonna put it above Transit. I mean, I don't have much to say on Bus Depot besides there's no perks on it. There's no pack-a-punch. It's just you didn't have anything. You just had the box. And that was it. So that's kind of shitty. Farm. I will put Farm higher. I'll put it in B.
Yeah, Farm is pretty good.
It just basically has a box and perks. That's it. I mean, it's fun. In all honesty, I've had fun playing Farm, but I'm gonna put it in D just because it's how lackluster it is. But no, I will put it in D. Town. I'm gonna put Town.
I want to say C or B.
I'm gonna put it in C. I was gonna put it in B, but I was kind of like I can't say it's better than 5. Even though no, I won't say it's better than 5, but I will say it's better than the World at War maps in C. So I'll put it behind 5, but above Baroque, Noct, and Chino. Sure. I personally love to play in Town. I mean, I had Pack-a-Punch, so like what you just play it. Yeah,
definitely fun.
It was playable. It was very fun, especially when you were playing with your friends and trying to go for high rounds, and you thought round 20 was high.
I mean, it's just another one of those maps that, you could play hours endlessly.
Yep. Yeah, it was really, as much as for how lackluster it actually is, you could play it for a long time. Nuketown. How do I want to rank Nuketown? Part of me wants to put it in C.
I don't think I ever played the original.
The Black Ops 2 one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure I played the custom, but I mean, of course I've seen videos.
I mean, it's not, I won't say it's a bad map. It's definitely not, well, I mean, you could put it in bad and I wouldn't argue with you, but it's not awful.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd say it was okay, personally.
Yeah, it has the M27 in it from MP. The only thing I didn't like about it, it's basically just a survival map. I mean, I'll put it in C. I'll put it above Noct. I feel like I'd rather play Shinonuma. I mean, that's really all I have to say about Nuketown. It's very basic. It's a nice survival map.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously I can't really speak on it, so.
Yeah, so we won't look for you. on that one. Next is Die Rise. I'm contemplating D or F. I want to put in an F, but I feel like I'd rather play Die Rise in the forum.
Well, didn't they also introduce a new trap? Different traps?
Yeah, I'll add it.
They had the
I'll put it in
jump pad.
I'll put it in D.
Technically jump pad, I guess.
Yeah, because they added the Sliquifier, which is arguably one of the best winter weapons.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Different.
Before patch, it was the best because I don't think it had a cap for the damage, so it just would kill pretty consistently. Obviously, though, really the biggest issue with that map was falling off the map and dying.
Yeah.
And the elevators. I hated the elevator system in terms of I had to traverse the map. That was pretty hard.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's a bad map, but I won't say it's awful. Definitely could have used some better assets to help it, but like PhD instead of teasing it. I mean, it's just kind of, if you haven't played Die Rise, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's bad. I don't know how. I don't think I've even played Die Rise with you.
Oh, maybe not.
I really don't think I have. I'm trying to sit here and be like, we have, but
no, I don't think we have.
Yeah, okay. So I really don't know what you feel about that map either.
Again, I think they also had another elevator.
Yeah, they had like, God, I don't even want to guess the number of elevators they had, but it was at least it has been at least like 8 to 10. And obviously the elevator system for that map was awful. It wasn't like 5 where you just fucking hop in there and then you go up or down. You had to wait for it. It could kill you and all this shit too, so. And also, like if you're pack-a-punching, it could decide to move mid-pack-a-punch and you wouldn't get your gun, so.
Yeah, I can't say I had that one happen.
Yeah, it's only happened to me once, but it's annoying. Same with Jug. Like the perks aren't really in a necessarily consistent place, so you could play one game and Jug would be one place, and you could play another game and it'd be a completely different place. So I'm not like necessarily saying that's a bad thing. It's something to look out for. I mean, shit. It's a bad map, but like I would rather play it than Transit. Next is Mob of the Dead. I mean,
yeah, that one's a really good one.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and just take the liberty of putting in S tier. That's the first S tier we have. I mean,
that wonder weapon was
fucking sick.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Obviously, you had the fucking Hell's Retriever and Redeemer.
Yeah. The Golden Spoon.
Golden Spork, dude. Oh God. You had the obviously you had Brutus.
Yeah, the Easter egg all around for that one was actually really good.
Yeah, the Easter egg is very easy, but it's pretty cool. It's the only Easter egg where you had to actually fight your teammates. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously the freaking map layout is awesome because it's Alcatraz. The map looks fucking sick. The zombies look sick. Obviously the characters are awesome because they're all fucking actors, especially Ray Liotta. I like it too because it had the afterlife system, so it wasn't quick revive. It was just you had a quick revive every round. Yeah. So you didn't have to worry about that. All the traps are very unique and cool. The Easter egg songs, the Johnny Cash Easter egg song and then the other Easter egg song are both very fitting. To the Golden Gate Bridge, like the Get Pack Punch, everything on that map is it's awesome. And I'm sure you agree it's an S tier.
Oh yeah.
So we don't have to debate that one. Buried, on the other hand, I would say it could go in S tier. It could be a contender S tier, but yeah. I feel like it's more comfortable in A tier, just top of A, because I feel like almost has the S tier potential, but I feel like if at the top of A, it's gonna basically be the same thing. It's just the ones in S tier are better. I don't want to put it in S tier because I feel like it's too high.
I mean,
but maybe I should put it in S tier and just put it at the bottom of S tier, because I feel like everything that's gonna be in S tier is Buried's gonna be in their shadow. No, I'll do it. I'll put Buried in S tier. I'll stand by that. I will die on that bridge. I think Buried is a fucking awesome map too. I mean, I think that's the only. No, it's not the only map. I was gonna say that's the only map with 2 Easter eggs, but so does Transit and Die Rise. I think the fucking Paralyzer is awesome. I think the fucking map is awesome. Like the actual atmosphere, because it's the Western town. Like that's awesome. Leroy
Western
Jenkins, dude. He's awesome. Or Arthur. The witches are really cool. The Haunted Mansion. I think there's a lot of cool side Easter eggs with that map. Just there's really nothing negative about the map, so I think it could be an S tier. If there's no negatives on a map that I can think of, I would just put an S tier. I mean, I'm not gonna say that for every single map, but just with Buried, I feel like that's an exception. I think it belongs in S tier. So, I mean, obviously, you agree with that too. A lot of people would try to discredit this map and put an A just because it actually is easy. It's a very easy map, but I won't let that change how I feel about this map in all honesty. So I'm gonna put an A tier. I'll put an S tier. Now we had the big boy, The big boy map, fucking Origins, dude. And I'm not gonna lie, that's another S tier. But
yeah,
I'll put it.
Can't go wrong with that one.
I'll put it above Mob and Buried. There's nothing I can explain with Origins. If you don't know what Origins is, I mean, you need to go play it, I guess.
Basically.
I mean, shit. I mean, I'll quick run through. I mean, the stabs, awesome. The robots are really cool. The Easter egg is phenomenal. The only issue is the mud, obviously, but that's pretty easy to bypass. The Panzer, holy shit, he will make you.
Yeah.
He'll make you drop a turd in your pants for sure.
Panzer's not fun.
Dude, he's very intimidating, especially on Black Ops 2. Not even Chronicles. In Black Ops 2, he's terrifying. Just those tips right there. I mean, S tier for sure. But now we're getting into the Exo-Zombies maps, and you said you never played these, right?
Correct. I think we played one together.
I want to say,
or maybe
Outbreak.
it was just me by myself.
Yeah, because I think I remember playing with you. I think it was Outbreak, and that was through Plutonium.
Yes.
Yeah, so we played Outbreak together, but you don't really have an opinion on that. Like, you've only played it once, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
other than
say I haven't really played these maps a whole lot either. I played them enough to know like the layout and how they function, but I haven't played them enough to know the Easter eggs and shit. So that's gonna be kind of just a heads up to everybody. A lot of people don't like Outbreak as much. I do, just because it's not hard. It's not a really hard map. It's just kind of Exo-Zombies is a hard game mode. It's very hard, in my opinion. It's very hard because the pack punch system just sucks. So it's hard to get a gun that can kill zombies in a fast time, especially when you're going through rounds. It's going to keep on getting harder, and your gun's going to continually just suck. So I mean, that's pretty shitty. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in bad. I'll put it behind Shangri-La. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I like about the map is just the map itself, like the layout, and even then it's not great. I mean, in Infection, even worse. I'll put it in F tier. I'll probably honestly put it behind Transit. I'd rather play Transit than Infection, and the reason why is because the map layout sucks. Everything that already has issues with Exo-Zombies in general, not just maps, it's just the game in itself, is amplified in that map. The shit you have to do in that map, there's like, they have random objectives for you to do, like save civilians and shit, like escort them. And that's just annoying. And then you also have parts of the map that start getting cut off because of gas and shit. It's awful. Carrier I actually like. I was gonna put it in a good, but I'll put it in okay. I would play it above Shino Numa and everything. I like Carrier. It's not a great map, but I will play it. I do enjoy playing it. Descent it's okay as well, but I'll probably put it in last. I'll put it behind Verrückt und Nacht. That's like an underwater map. It's like Atlantis in a way. Now next is Shadows of Evil, and I mean, you already know where I'm gonna put that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can agree.
Oh yeah, fucking S tier. I love the map so much, dude.
Yeah, they definitely learned a lot.
It's crazy to think that the map before this was fucking Origins. And then you guys all the way to Shadows of Evil. People will say that Shadows is pretty bad, or they'll say Origins is better. I disagree. I love Origins, but I think Shadows is just freaking awesome. The only thing about Shadows is it's a hard map, especially people that don't know how to play it. Like, especially when the game first came out, I was even one of those people that didn't like it at first because it's so hard. It's an awesome celebrity cast. Honestly, the Margwals, they're hard, but they're actually really rewarding. The Easter egg is also phenomenal, but it is hard. I'm trying to think if there's anything else there's really nothing bad about the map, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I definitely have nothing bad to say.
I think the only thing I don't like is that the Easter egg requires 4 people. That's what I will say. The Giant, I mean, it's a little dirties, but I will put it above. I will put it in A tier, put it above everything in A tier, because it's basically just the Zombies Chronicles of Dirties. It's better than Dirties, in my opinion. I think it looks better, plays better, obviously. It's Black Ops 3. I mean, but no, I just love the Giant. I think that's also biased to me because I played it so much when it first came out. That's just me. I don't know. Did you play it enough? Did you play it a lot?
I guess not as much as I should have, because again, I was very multiplayer oriented at the time. Recently, or I guess within the past 2-3 years that we played it, we definitely played it a lot and enjoyed it. So
yeah, it's definitely, obviously it doesn't have a whole lot of content to it, but it's fucking good, dude. Or it's great. Then obviously we have our next S tier, Horizon Drop.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot, especially the Easter egg.
I'll put it above Origins. I think it's better than Origins. It's basically just Origins but on steroids. The Easter egg, like you said, dude, is freaking awesome. I mean, the whole setup to get it, the whole just the whole process of Easter egg is great. It's never really a slow moment besides upgrading your bows probably,
Yeah,
but that's
the
it.
bow.
I mean, everything else is pretty fast paced, and I love the design of the map. I think the atmosphere of it's really cool. The story is really cool. The bows, I think the bows are better than the staffs, but I could be wrong about that because people that probably know Life Origins, and I don't mean that in the wrong way, they'll probably disagree with me on that, and I could understand that because I think some of the staffs are better than the bows, like so especially ammo wise and damage wise they're better. But I think overall, like, just the look and some of the bows are better than the staffs in my opinion. So I mean, that's basically it. There's a ton of side Easter eggs on that map too, especially the Panzer helmet
and the LMG on the wall.
Yeah, the BRM. Yeah. Now, obviously, our next map is Shizetsubo no Shima. This one is very controversial because, like, especially me, some days I can rank it higher, some days I can rank it lower. We've both played this map and we've done the Easter egg on it. I'll let you rank this one just because I'm kind of torn between where I want to put it. So I'm kind of curious as to where you would put it. Because, like, me personally, I do like the map. It's not
yeah, I mean,
favorite.
I'd put it as okay.
I was gonna say okay or good. The only reason I would put it good is the Easter egg. Because I think the Easter egg is also really good. Besides the Gobblegum step, which is everybody hates that part because it basically you have to run it. Yeah, it's stupid. I mean, I'll put it in good. I will give it a little bit of credit. I'll probably play Moon for it, but I will say it is good. I don't like the Thrashers, dude. The Thrashers are annoying as fuck though, because they can one hit you. Except for if you have Jug, then it's 2 hits. Yeah, they're fucking crazy. But it does have the Skull of Non-Stop Way. That's really fucking good. The Wonder Weapon was really good though, for the most part. I mean, it's basically it. There's not really a whole lot to tear apart from this map. There's not really a whole lot to add, so. It's unique though. It is a unique map.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a sucker for the horror vibe, so.
Yeah, and I think it is kind of interesting how they did power.
Yeah.
The only thing I do not like about that map though is the Easter egg step for the plant, the rainbow water and shit. Oh, that shit sucks. We'll move on. Rod Krovi. This one's also kind of hard for me because a lot of people love this fucking map. I mean, I don't want to say I don't love it, but I also feel like it's kind of too much for me to say that. I think it belongs in great. Some people put it in S tier, which honestly I can agree with, except the fact that I just don't like some of the parts of this map. A lot of it's just kind of like a waiting game, especially like the dragon egg and shit. It takes a lot of patience. I'll put it in A tier. I'll put it, actually, you know what? I'll put it in S tier, but I'll put it above Buried because I would play Grog Krovi. Like, I do think Grog Krovi is a better map than Buried. The Easter egg is also really good. Trying to think. I mean, obviously the dragon's fucking cool. I mean, having a fucking dragon to ride around on a map is pretty damn cool. The specialist is also really good. A lot of the Easter egg is good. Just some of the steps are annoying. What was the wonder weapon of this map? The Ray Gun Mark III? Those were just okay. I mean, they're good still, but they're just okay.
The boss fight for that was...
Oh, the boss fight was phenomenal too. That was... Especially, yeah, Nikolai, you had to kill the dragon and Nikolai, like, yeah, that was cool. Revelations, this one's a little hard for me too. I'll put it in good. I'll put it above Moon. Good. The reason why I would put it also in A, but I feel like for me, thinking about the map, it's just...
Yeah, personally, I would have said A only because it binds all the maps together.
Yeah.
And we love all the older maps.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique map for sure. I think it's the only map that's done that. The only reason why I don't like it as much is because for how they promoted the map, it was supposed to be like the ultimate fucking battle and shit. It was supposed to be the ending. Just the Easter egg, like in terms of like the actual Easter egg itself, like gameplay wise, it's pretty fun, but the story of it sucks. Some of the Easter egg steps are kind of just stupid in my opinion, like, or just kind of random. I do like how you get pack punch. I think that's cool. It's unique too. You go inside the fucking
beast,
dude. Yeah. Belly of the beast. Yeah, the Easter egg part I don't like is the bones. That part is annoying. Where you had to shoot the apothecary servant at the bones and shit.
Yeah, well, there was another step that we kind of struggled on.
It was the summoning key part. Because remember we kept on... We would go through the portal and it would get rid of it. So we had to down and then revive each other and then it would come back.
Oh man, I remember we had to keep jumping off the pads and finding the spots to shoot with the the weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that
also
also
the pyramid.
sucked.
Yeah, the keeper. Remember the keeper?
Yeah,
That took forever too.
he didn't want to go by the
Yeah, he did
thing.
not want
Yeah,
to do his fucking little dance and shit. I mean, I could argue that he can go in A tier because I'm more doing these out of like how I would play these maps and how I would feel like just in terms of like, oh, I'd rather play this map than this map to a degree. Like it's how I'm looking at it to a degree, but it's also like how the map actually functions as well. Because like some of these make no sense. Like I have Revelations and Tetsuba below fucking Kino, Ascension, and Threes. Like
right.
in terms of like content wise, that just doesn't seem right, but it's just in terms of how I would play it. Next map though is Zombies in Spaceland. Did you even play that?
No, I don't. I never even got that game.
Yes, that's from
That's
IW.
probably the one Call of Duty I haven't played.
I will say it's an A tier. It's top of A. I actually do enjoy it. It's actually pretty good. Some people even put it in S tier. I don't put it in S tier just because I have not played it enough to do that. But I can respect what the map is and everything like that because I do enjoy it. I think it's actually really cool. It's not much I can else add since you haven't played it. I'm not gonna go in detail. Brave in the Redwoods. That's also okay to me, but I'll just put it in okay. Shit, I really don't know. I don't honestly. I'll put it behind Carrier. I think no, I wouldn't even play Rabbit. It's okay. It's definitely okay. Honestly, if I had it, I would play it. The Final Reich though, you have played that, right? That's the World War II map.
Yeah.
I would honestly put this in B, top of B, or behind. I'll put it behind Revelations. I enjoyed it. I don't like World War II really as a game itself, just because of some of the stuff they decided to do with the zombies. I don't really like it. But the map itself, like the Easter egg, is really cool. I think the map actually functions really well in that aspect. I will put it in B. But that's basically it. Crossing House. That's the map where it's just a house.
I mean, again, it's another knocked. At least for me, I like the small maps like that because it gives me a sense of challenge.
Yeah, it's not. I was gonna put it in bad, but again, not like the kind of the same reason as Farm, where it's not necessarily a bad map. It's just lackluster. Like I'm not putting it there because it's a bad map. I'm putting it there just because it's not a whole lot of content. It's just because I think that map is just one perk and a wall buy. It's not even a mystery box. So that's just my opinion. I do like the map, but like in terms of going to play it, I actually do enjoy it. Voyage of Despair. I had so much expectations for this map because it was Titanic, but in reality, we just got dog shit.
I mean, it was not great just because there were times in the map where it was so confined, really confined.
Yeah.
Rather than, of course, I say that I like these small maps, but
this one does not. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, it definitely seemed a lot smaller than. But of course, with the newer Call of Duties, everything feels like we're moving a million miles an hour when we run, so it made the map feel smaller, I guess. But other than that, it was okay.
Yeah, I'll put it in bad just because I feel like the maps in okay are better. The only thing that, and this is not even from my experience, this is just from what I've watched, this is just from what I've heard. The only reason why it's not awful is because the boss fight. But the Easter egg itself and the Easter egg steps, I've heard, are dog shit. So,
yeah, we didn't really do much with that. We just did, I think we just did the starting room.
Yeah, we haven't even played this map really. We've only done the starting room. I mean, I'm sure we can one day get back into the groove of things.
Sure. We'll revisit.
We'll go and try and do this shit. I'm sure we will one day. Yeah, I played Voyage enough to where I know it pretty well. Not the Easter egg itself, but the map and everything.
Yeah.
I personally don't like it. I think the map layout sucks ass. I mean, I know you can only do so much with it because it's on Titanic, but still, maybe it shouldn't have been done at all if it was gonna be this bad. I hate saying that because I do actually love the Titanic and everything, but like that just, it kind of sucks. But they redeemed themselves with this map here. Fucking 9. 9 is...
Yeah, we played that one a lot.
Go to, dude. Now, the question is, does it go in S tier or A tier?
Dude, we got to the Easter egg like once.
We got like halfway through, and remember we couldn't get that one step to work. It was the one with the log where he would not hit the thing.
Yeah.
But I would actually love to go back and retry and do it.
Yeah, me as well.
I would honestly, I'll put it in S tier. I would put it above Buried. That's my opinion.
It was a really good map.
I love that map. I think it's awesome how they did the
I guess
system.
you could say it's kind of lackluster for what it is, but
yeah, you could. I mean, you could say it's lackluster because it doesn't have a whole lot to it besides just the Easter egg. But at the same time, they do have a few side quests you can do. Like I know they have the trials you can do. They have the free upgrade for it's one of the Easter eggs you can do to get the wonder weapon. I mean, there's a bunch of small shit you can do. And the Easter egg itself, I think, is actually really cool. The Easter egg is really good. Blood of the Dead is a different story. A lot of people will kind of hate this map too much, I think. I think it goes in okay. I hate saying this, but I'll put it behind Verrückt and Nacht and shit. I mean, it's not even the fact that it's like most people compare it to Mob of the Dead. I'm not doing that, but I do think it's still got a lot of issues. I don't think it functions properly on Black Ops 4. I think it would be way better if it's on Black Ops 3 if they were able to do that. I feel like the system of Black Ops 3 does not work, or Black Ops 4, not Black Ops 3. Black Ops 4, it does not work with any of the premise classified and Alpha, Omega, and Tag of Totem. I think it works perfectly with 9, Voyage, Dead of the Night, and Ancient Evil. The Chaos. I think it works better with those than it does with the premise and Ultimus character maps. I'll put it in C, but I'll put it above.
Yeah, I mean, it was
all that stuff.
It was decent.
Yeah, Blood, it's not a bad map. It's not awful. I do think it definitely has its fucking problems. Like it does. I'm not even denying that. But I don't think it was awful. It is playable for me. I feel like we haven't even attempted to do the Easter egg on that either. Which I would love to do that again too someday. Classified, I would put it in good, but I'll put it behind everything else that's in good.
Classified, that's another one that I can't really speak on.
Well, I mean, you played it. I know you have played it.
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, obviously I know what the map layout was, but
it didn't have an Easter egg. It did have a cutscene where you got, the thing was what, 115 or 116. You had to beat 115 rounds, and then 116 the cutscene kicked in. Pretty stupid.
I mean, I did like was it the opening or the ending cutscene for that map?
The opening cutscene, it was like the archaic, not archaic, it's like the cartoonish, like yeah, I like that too. I like the music. Music was really good. I think the map layout is better in Classified than it is in 5, just because they fixed a lot of the issues with 5, especially the teleporters. I think it's better. They opened up more of the map with Classified as well. There's not really a whole lot I can say on Classified because it is still technically kind of a basic map, but it was good. I think it's better than 5. Did you play Dead of the Night?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, so I'll speak on this one. I'm actually biased as fuck with this map. I'll put it in A tier. I'll put it above Dries. It's a different map. It's a very different map, but I honestly I'm like one of those people. A lot of people hate this map. I personally think it's awesome.
For as much as I played Black Ops 4, I didn't buy the season pass.
Yeah, no, that's because you played multiplayer.
Well, even multiplayer, it still had the map side, but maps weren't anything to rave about.
They were pretty ass. All the DLC maps in that game were actually ass.
Just because they were very large compared to what they usually were.
Yeah, they're fucking huge. Ancient Evil, I will also put in A tier. I'll put it above this. I'll put it above these. A lot of people put it in S tier. I haven't, and I won't, just because I haven't played it enough, and I don't want to just do it based off other people's opinions. I'm already ranking it high enough as it is without me personally agreeing with it, but I'm only doing it because it does get a lot of love. With that said, I haven't even done the Easter egg on it. I actually don't really know much of how to do anything on that map. I've played it enough to know like my way around it for the most part, but I've only probably played like 10 times, and it's just because it is a harder map in terms of how to get shit done. I don't know, it's kind of hard with me because I need to play it more. I really do, and I'm sure down the road if we do this again I will fucking rank it differently, but for now, that's where it's staying. Did you play Alpha Omega? I'm assuming you haven't, if you haven't played DLC maps.
No, I don't think I did, but I do know that it's
it's just Nuketown.
Pretty sure there's whatchamacallit to it. I can't think of it. I'm pretty sure there's a hole that you go into and you can fly on a course. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of another DLC map, but I'm pretty sure part of the Easter egg, it took you down into like a tunnel somewhere.
I think you're thinking of Tag of Totem.
Maybe, because I know that, pretty sure it was the last DLC map. Yeah,
the last DLC is Tag of Totem.
Yeah.
Alpha Omega is Nuketown, but basically it's expanded by like an extra few blocks, and then it also has the underground bunker, which wasn't in Black Ops 2, obviously, but they opened it. In my personal opinion, it's awful. It's bad. I would put it, I'll probably put it in front of Farming Grossen House, but it's bad. There's nothing redeeming of that map. My personal opinion, the only thing I could probably say isn't awful. It's just because it is more playable than Transit, in my opinion. It's kind of just it's just a stupid map. But next is obviously the last map of Black Ops 4, Toten. It's better. I think it's okay. I think it's like top of okay. It could be better. It could if they did some things differently, I could say it could be a good map. But it's only okay because the one weapon is pretty bad. It's based. I mean, obviously, it's Call of the Dead. It's Call of the Dead, but it's expanded on, so it's got way more. It has like a facility that you can zip line up to, and it is kind of cool how they ended the story with that map. It's a good map, but the only reason why it's an okay is because playing it is different. The weapons honestly really do just suck. But now you can speak on these because it's the Cold War maps. I mean, we both liked Cold War, didn't we? I mean, I know I loved it, but
oh yeah, I enjoyed Cold War.
I mean, D Machine, I would put it. We played that map so fucking much.
Yeah, I would say A.
I would say A too. I would put it right there. Yeah, I think D Machine. A lot of people don't like it as much because it's just Nocturne Toten, but just opened up more and it's more modern. But like, it's really. And it stands alone a lot. I really don't think it's as much like Noct as people think it is because it has obviously an Easter egg, a good Easter egg, pretty good wonder weapon. I just love Cold War because of how it is, like the whole game itself. It's super playable. A lot of the Cold War maps are going to be ranked high. I'm just saying now. Besides Firebase, which is next, and I will go ahead and just put that in okay. I would rather play Town in 5 versus Firebase. That might be below. Especially for you, because I think we both played Firebase with each other a lot as well.
Yeah.
The only reason why I don't like Firebase is because out of all the Cold War maps, it's probably the most lackluster, and the Reiki is not great, and the boss fight's ass. I mean, I'll just be completely honest. The boss fight's pretty bad, but it does have a good story. It does play pretty good. The Easter egg steps in that map are actually pretty good. I actually like the Easter egg steps besides the mimic one. You have to find the right mimic and shit. That pisses me off. Yeah. But Firebase, it's not bad. I don't know. Do you feel like it belongs in C?
Yeah, I mean, I would have either said C or B personally. I did enjoy it. Again, it was just, it's kind of another one of those maps where you background gameplay.
Yeah.
Type map.
Yeah.
But yeah, the boss fight was it was another lacking
like, I
boss
wouldn't say it's ass, but it's like it could have been way better. But it's not awful. It could be in B. I just feel like it's kind of. For Cold War is kind of lackluster.
Still good nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a good map. It just could be better. Outbreak, it's kind of hard to rank that because it's Outbreak. I end up playing a lot of Outbreak after Cold War's life cycle, especially Vanguard life cycle. I played a lot of Outbreak. I'll put it in okay. I'll put it at the top of okay. I actually did enjoy it more so after playing it more. At first I did not like it because it was just too like complicated for me. As bad as that sounds, it's really not complicated at all. It was overwhelming. It's good now. Honestly, I would still go back and play it now. You didn't really play a whole Outbreak though.
No, but I mean this was another one that introduced something new with this open world, and they're wanting to do this again with the new Call of Duty, and we don't know if that was Treyarch's decision or who came about that one.
I'll put it in good. I'll put Outbreak in good. I enjoyed playing it.
Because they did that open world. Same thing with Vanguard, I think it was. Well, not necessarily open world to a degree, but...
Oh, well, yeah, the Durang Fong, where it's kind of like just... It's not open world, it's an open map.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where fucking Outbreak is just straight open world. So I like Outbreak better, obviously. So... I moved Firebase to the top of C as well. I feel like I would actually rather play Firebase than a lot of the maps in C. I think I was being a little too harsh on Firebase. Hour to Toten, fucking love that. I'm putting it in S tier. I'll put it behind 9. I don't know how you feel about that. We played a lot of Mauer to Toten together as well.
Yeah, I was kind of blanking on Mauer, but...
Yeah, that's the one where you spawn in the roof. Has the zip lines everywhere.
Yeah.
And then also has the underground... tunnel
and then the robot Klaus.
Yeah. The Easter egg was great in Mauer. I love the Easter egg. The boss fight is also great. We were struggling with that too at one point.
Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah.
Or you were.
Yeah. I definitely went down a lot.
Yeah, we'll have to. I want to do it again. We'll have to go back and do all this shit again. Now that I live stream, we could just stream it. It was definitely good. We also had the same thing for Forsaken. The boss fight. We both struggled with the Forsaken boss fight. It's not even hard. It was just the fact that we didn't know what we were doing at first.
Yeah.
I'll put Forsaken in B. I'll put it probably behind Moon. I did enjoy playing Forsaken, even though the beginning of the Easter egg is very annoying. The last map is Duranfong, Vanguard, the launch Vanguard map. I'm putting that shit in fucking awful, dude. I'll put it behind Transit. That shit sucked.
I didn't play it enough to really get a feel for it, but nobody really liked just
nobody really liked Vanguard.
What they tried to do with it.
I mean, the reason why I wanted to re-download Vanguard is so that we could play.
Yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't mind.
I want to play
do any of that.
Yeah, Shinonuma. I want to play that on Vanguard because it's round based. I heard it's still pretty trash, but it's just I didn't play enough Vanguard either, honestly, to get a full feeling for it. But I played enough Duranfong enough to where I already know the map. Like it's because it's so repetitive. It's the same shit over and over again to where I've only played like 4 times and I already know the whole thing. I'm pretty sure there's an Easter egg for it, but it's awful. So
the only thing going for that was obviously the weapons. You have this older based game or older era, if you want to call it, and then the Modern Warfare engine.
Yeah, the engine was nice to have. It was cool to have a newer, updated engine. It did look good, but holy shit, did it play like shit, dude. Not the engine, just the gameplay. The whole fucking game just sucked. But that's the tier list. I mean, you can move around some of this shit. Honestly, like I even did a little bit as we were going through this, just because I already had changes of opinion, just looking at it. Just in the course of recording this, an hour and a half. It's not set in stone. Some of them are, but a lot of them aren't. You could definitely move them around. But for the most part, yeah, that's it. That's the tier list. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do.
I mean, yeah, I can stand by most of those.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them I'm comfortable with, where especially all the S tier. I'm okay with everything that's in S tier. A could be moved around every once in a while. F is pretty good for me as well. A lot of people probably have disagreements with this, and that's fine. I mean, that's the whole point, to have an opinion. So if somebody has a different opinion, I'm not saying don't tell me, but I'm just saying don't be an
yours
asshole.
Is wrong and everyone else's is right.
Yeah. Yeah, like don't be an asshole. Just, let me know.
Tell me how it is.
Yeah. But that's it for this video. I'm sure we'll do more of these down the road. This was kind of just like, this is the first one we've ever done, so I'm sure we'll get better at it. I would like to play a lot of these maps we haven't played before.
Yeah.
Eventually, maybe once we do that and we've played some of these maps, we can visit this one day. Obviously, I'm not doing it anytime soon because why the fuck would we?
Till next time.
Till next time. Goodbye.